Hi, I'm M. Joseph Miller II, and I am here with Darlene Dalmaceda from VegasPens.com. A little background, I'm with Sam Group Production. I don't normally do the interviews. Normally I'm on-air personality,
right.
But because I actually care a lot about this, I decided I'd do this interview myself and ask the owner of this company a few questions that I was very curious about.
Sure.
And I have a personal interest, and the personal interest is this. This is a VegasPen.com pen, and I in my profession, Director of Legal Affairs, I'm Judge Miller on air as well. It's very important for me to have a fine writing instrument.
Right.
And people don't understand, but people look at what you're using to sign all these very important documents.
Exactly.
And they, there's a big difference between using, a ballpoint that you found over at Office Max or Office Depot and a nice writing instrument. It tells people that you put time and effort in whatever you're doing for them, and that it's very important to you when you sign it.
Exactly.
Because your signature is your blood, and in history, let's face it, there's two ways people signed. If they weren't literate, they signed with an X. And if they were, they signed in blood. Hence the quills, and I love this pen. So I have it with me every day. I have it right now. I use it for my notes and everything. So I'm gonna get moving with this, and I have a couple questions I want to ask you.
Sure.
The first thing is, tell us a little bit about yourself and why you started your business.
All right. Well, I have lived in Las Vegas for 11 years. I have been working as a retail sales professional for 14. And I was inspired to start Vegas Fine Pens and Gifts because I've always had a love of writing. Ever since I was very little, I used to love to write letters by hand, poems, short stories. And, I had a big pen collection when I was little. I used to collect all kinds of markers and pencils and pens, and I still continue to do that till the present day. I have a little collection of myself. I have vintage and modern writing instruments. And I thought, why not turn my hobby into a business? Why not reach out to those people who have a love of fine writing instruments? I've met people at the LA Pen Show, and I've gone several years in a row, and I've enjoyed meeting them and seeing them do calligraphy and perform writing workshops for other aficionados of fine writing instruments. And I thought, why not bring it to Las Vegas? Why not bring the love of writing to people who are visiting here, who want to find a nice gift for a loved one?
Pens are simple. I mean, they're complex, but yet they're simple. They're great gifts, number one, because one of the things that a lot of people say, and it's a holiday season right now, is, for example, people say to me, I don't know what to get Miller. What am I going to get him for? Because we don't know what people like. Well, there's something.
What do you get the man or the woman who has everything?
Everybody writes.
Everybody writes.
To go back on what you were talking about, the love of writing and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Now we've got Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all of this, and no one truly writes anymore. I caught myself, I haven't written a handwritten letter in years, with one exception. I was in the Army.
Right.
And at that time where I was, there was no such thing as I wasn't going to be tweeting anybody, and I wasn't going to be Facebooking anybody. And this is recent. This isn't like 30 years ago. This is as recent as 5 years. And I found I have a stack of letters to loved ones that I have that they send me from what I wrote them. And I wrote it by hand. But I wrote it with a very nice pen that people would go, why do you have that pen? It meant something to be writing that letter, and that loved ones were getting it. And in the holiday season, it's one thing to get a card that's pre-printed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But
send out cards.
Another thing to get that blank card that just has Happy Holidays, and you've actually written a nice little something.
Yeah, how often do you get something written by hand anymore? It's very rare in this day and age.
And therefore it's valued.
With social media, and it's more valued.